Hello and welcome to Season Quest. I'm Tom. I play Sprigs Gently. I'm here with my friends Troy, Lucy, and Charlie, with Troy as our DM for Season Quest Cosmos. And we're nearing the end now, and a lot of fucking crazy shit's about to start going down. Enjoy.
I'm just gonna, after we've had our moment,
Yeah. And it is a tender moment. Like, it is heartfelt and nice.
yeah, I give him a little smile, I stand up, pat his head, and I get to searching the body. I'm looking for keys for the ship, and any other things that might be helpful.
Do you find the keys? Yeah.
What?
The keys are in the control panel. Everything's as meant to be. You don't find anything interesting on Quezler, unfortunately, because the main thing on him was the short distance teleporter, and you've already got that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Charlie!
Look, not my fault.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, you don't find anything too helpful, unfortunately. You've already got what he had. However, you do find a spot on the ship control panel to charge a short-range teleporter.
Oh,
To
yeah,
charge
chuck
your
that baby
vape.
right in.
To charge an iPhone.
Yeah, you plug that in. Chef,
I
have successfully found a room with a large bed and pictures of Soledad and Merry December on the wall.
Is there anything that, like, stands out? And I'm also, like, fucking rustling through drawers. Like, I'm getting all up in his personal belongings.
What are you looking for?
Anything that includes anyone else? And, like, any, like, journals or, like, anything super magic-y, because we love magic.
Yeah, you don't find anything particularly magical. You find a lot of, like, papers that show he owns land down on Finity, that he's got a large estate, he's got multiple servants, he's got, he's well off, he's he's considered very elevated and elegant in terms of his position in society. But you also find clippings about, his wife kidnapped and held for ransom, and then later him mourning, him deciding not to remarry, losing his estate eventually. And then you find some other ones about him just disappearing, going missing, wandering into the Windrobe Woods, never to be seen again.
Are there any photos with anyone but them in it?
You see, like, family photos of him with his family. Sometimes Merry December's with them. She always looks like a little bit reserved, standing with everyone, almost cautious, looking off to one side, never quite making eye contact with the camera, but she's always smiling and holding him. And just seeing that fills you with a bit of sadness.
I look for one if they're near an ocean, if there's, like, an ocean behind them or anything.
Oh, yeah.
And I rip the photo in half, so Soledad's, like, so
Still
they're
on the
separate.
wall?
Yeah, still on the wall. And I pull the Mary side of it, and I leave his room, and I go back to find the guys.
And I'm gonna say that Sprigs and Chef, you managed to arrive back into that, like, first holding room where you arrived at about the same time, which is docked up to your guys' research vessel, where Mary is, with Flimblorp.
I kind of gesture at Chef. Look what I found.
Ah, little guy. Satchel. I go to open the door on the research.
Rucksack is his name.
Rucksack?
Yeah.
Oops. I go to open the door on the research ship.
Yeah, it swings open, and the first thing you see is Merry December and Flimblorp sitting there together, and the body of Quezler Malloy slumped over the control panel.
What the fuck happened, Mary?
Did you kill him?
Look, while we were all away, me included, Flimblorp took an opportunity to dispose of his captor. He said to me that his reasoning was that he didn't want him to ever find his planet and take his other people too. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I guess I'm outvoted no matter what I say.
But yeah, I wasn't here to prevent it. Otherwise, I would have tried to, reason a little bit more. But what's done is done.
Yeah,
and we can only go forward from here.
I think murder is bad, but given the circumstances, I understand.
I would just like to say
did.
that did. The moment that I said that Quesler Malloy was dead, I received a message through Facebook, all caps, "You just killed Quesler Malloy?" from Wesley, who, of course, created the character of Quesler and is in the other room. And he's both shocked and appalled that I killed him off.
Oh no.
I'm going to put Rucksack down in the corner. I'm going to pick
Oh
Quizler
no!
up,
Oh.
and I'm going to throw Quizler out of the ship, and I'm going to say, reckon we get going then. Got a long trip ahead of us to get this alien home.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Shit,
I
Sprigs
feel
is
like
not
we could
fucking
take the
around
big
right
ship
now.
and be faster, but I think maybe we should just stick with this one. There's no surprises on this ship.
If we take the big ship, there's going to be people on it, and the people are going to, do things, and we're going to have to deal with that, and that's going to be a whole nightmare, so,
That's fine. Let's carry on.
I just did have a realization, though. We're running pretty low on fuel, and Quesler is the one who fueled up the ship. Would I know how to do that, Troy?
I'd say that having spent time on the ship with Quesler and having witnessed him do it, I'd say that Mary would probably have the best knowledge when it comes to refueling and setting up the ship ready to go, just because of his piratey background. Piratey. But I imagine, yes, you guys would have picked up on things like that is how you know that you are running low on fuel. You imagine the Boobar ship does have more fuel on board.
We should probably go
You're-
take some fuel, shouldn't we?
Yep, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, I could just jog on and do that real quick and come back, and I'm pretty good at stealing. Used to do a lot when I was younger, so hey.
Sounds good.
It's okay there, Sprigs. The captain's dead, so it's no longer stealing.
Alright, see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna go jog on, get some fuel. If Rucksack wakes up, ask him about
Is
what he
this-
got up to.
Be this our rucksack, or is this the past one?
Yeah, so from my understanding, this is our Rucksack. He's the one who found the three of us from the past, and he might know a little something about what's going on with the with this whole terror thing. Figured it'd
Alright.
be good to bring him. I mean, what's he ever done to us? Nothing bad.
Gonna get everyone to roll insight.
Oh,
Lucy did good.
I got an 11.
25.
Damn.
Yes.
9.
9. Yeah, you're kind of mainly focused on whether or not Rucksack is the real Rucksack or not. You're not kind of thinking about other things, you kind of focus on that. Tom, you're kind of, you realise that, yeah, you saw the Atlas, you saw Rucksack on it, you saw the old versions of you guys killing old Mary December. I say old, but I mean, like, the past versions. You haven't seen another version of your ship, so you can safely assume that this is the same Rucksack who travelled with you.
Yep.
Lucy,
Yeah.
you click onto the same things. That yeah, that's probably your Rucksack. But you also click that he's not with Sprigs and yourself from the past. You realise that the other bodies that flew onto the boo barge that Tom went looking for are not there.
Were you able to find us? But past us? Other different us?
Yeah, already, unfortunately. Must have done number 2 and Mary. They just didn't make it.
I thought you said you didn't kill them, Mary.
I didn't. I checked. But,
I don't know.
then
I mean,
the ship did explode.
yeah. And resounding wounds and that can all pass around. And
Tom, I'm gonna need you to roll. I think you know what
Okay.
you need to roll.
yeah, okay.
Is Tom
I got
lying to us?
I got a 15.
Yeah, I think Lucy's insight of 25 might be a bit better than that.
Are you lying to us?
What?
Were they already dead when
You-
you found them?
Yeah, of course they were. Why would I lie?
I mean, it's not necessarily out of your character.
Excuse me?
What happened?
Not having it with this. I'm not. Trust me, or you don't. Truth is, they were both dead when I found them.
And I take it you're using that as your exit to go look for fuel, Tom?
Yeah, sure thing.
Yikes. What was all that about?
Chef Hands just kind of shakes his head, just being like, it's a long story.
Alright. Well, what did you find when you went through the ship? You find anything important?
Soledad?
Or
And
sort of a nasty sight, that one.
It was bad. And I want to find a way to clip up the little photo I have of Mary on, like, I want to say, like, the dashboard or something.
Well, thankfully, there is an area that is pinned up with star charts and all sorts of other graphs and tables, so there is definitely somewhere where you're able to pop that up.
I pin the photo of Mary up on the wall. And just kind of, like, looking here and, like, again, like, with, like, the star charts, I'm like, she would have loved it up here, wouldn't she have?
Oh. Yar. She loved the stars quite a lot. Thank you.
Tom, is there anything else you want to do while hunting for fuel?
I'm just looking for fuel. I don't really got anything else I can do.
In that case, if you'd like to, I can say that you find the fuel and head back.
Sure.
Yeah, nice. You get plenty of fuel. Like, you've definitely got enough to take you to where you think the Gorblin planet is, as well as hopefully get back home.
Can I do Troy?
Yeah. You can do me anytime, Tom.
Troy, can I do it? I think I've said this in summer as well, maybe, and I say this a lot in D&D. Can I do an introspection roll to see if I can look at my character right now and think about what my ideals are? Do you know what I mean? Can I sit there and look?
It sounds like insight to me.
I want this to be slightly random. Otherwise, I would just do it.
It sounds like insight to me, but if you can find a better role for this introspection, then sure.
Insight makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, nice. You know what that means. Time for the
do.
Wild Magic Surge table.
And it also means that I have no introspection, no personal insight. I am completely blanking.
Yeah. D100, please.
This is my first time doing it.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the club.
38.
38.
You gain all of someone else's hair.
Oh my god.
Is it you lose all your hair?
No, there's 3 options here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to roll a d6.
Okay.
1 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 6.
Weird way to separate the numbers.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah. I'd go 1, 2, 3 and then repeat it. It was a 4, so, Tom, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, not good. Wisdom. Am I proficient in that? No.
Oh no.
9?
It's against your spell save DC.
Yeah, my spell save DC is 14.
Oh no.
So you fail? What would you say this fuel is in? Like, I'd suggest some sort of, like, barrel or keg that you, as a bugbear, would easily be able to carry.
Goddamn.
Barrel, probably, yeah.
Yeah. If you fail your wisdom saving throw, you are transformed into a cat for 1 minute, as if by a polymorph spell.
Ah, great.
Meaning you're definitely not carrying any barrels of oil at the moment.
Could I try and push it with my face?
Oh, you can give it a go. I don't think you're going to be successful for the next minute, so we might jump back over to Lucy and Charlie. You know, a few minutes have gone past. You kind of thought he'd be back by now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't returned.
I kind of like mutter under my breath, Sprigs.
I'm just sort of staring at the picture, and I'm like, where did you find this?
I found Soledad's office.
I don't remember this picture, which I wasn't in it, was I?
No. I tried to find just something that wasn't Soledad, but it all was.
Yeah, he seemed to be quite up himself.
Yeah. His life was kind of interesting. I mean, he had it all, and all the money, and Mary, and then she was kidnapped. And then he lost everything he had and just disappeared.
Yeah, that might have been me, kidnapping. I think that was part of the plan. Get the ransom.
Tom, I think you polymorph back to your normal self.
Cool.
You've really struggled as a cat. You managed to move it a little bit. The boobars paid you no attention while walking past. They kind of just went, boo-ba, boo-ba-ba,
They are so
and then continued
incompetent.
walking.
They were just like, what is this cat doing with a barrel of fuel? I would probably also do the exact same thing.
Boo-ba,
I would
boo-ba-ba.
assume it was milk.
Come here.
Right. I'd be like, oh, look at Slinky Malinky stealing all the things.
You can't move that barrel. You're a cat. Here, let me get that for you.
Yeah.
Where are you taking it? To the ship over here?
I mean, Tom, if you want to, yeah, Boobars can carry this oil while you're a cat back to the ship right before you turn back. Up to you, I don't mind.
I don't know. I'll wait until... I don't want to have a Boobar interaction at the ship, because they might try to stop us.
Yeah, sure. So you return with plenty of fuel.
Sweet. Filled up. Donk donk.
Oi.
Let's,
I'll fly us, shall I?
Oh, I can't think of anyone better, Mary.
Aye. I
Full
get
speed
behind the
ahead.
control panel and get the ship started.
And it does. You, Flimblorp, Chef, Sprigs, you all strap in as needed and you take off, soaring away from the boo barge in what I imagine is the direction of the Goblin homeworld.
Yep.
One should hope.
If that's still the goal, that's what I was checking.
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
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 Seems like you've all got a lot to think and chat about.
Sprigs doesn't have much he wants to speak about. He's kind of waiting for Rucksack to wake up right now. He's thinking about how he could heal Rucksack to wake him up. Or he could just throw water on his face or something.
The best time to think is always when you're at the wheel. It gives you sort of a peace that you don't feel at any other time, especially navigating among the stars. So I am deep in a piratey thought, just in there, in my own mind. Probably seeing if I can talk to Mary again, probably failing again, and just...
I'll get you to roll religion.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, 16.
Ooh. You sound like me.
Thank you, Mary. You did the right thing. I'll see you soon.
Oh, and I am just beaming behind the controls. Like, I switch immediately. I look like I'm, like, lost in thought until I stand up tall. I look behind me. I give my companions a fucking cheeky smile. Like,
And
one of those,
they
like,
look-
half smiles.
Back to you, as the voice continues. And thank you, Sprigs. Thank you, Chef. Without all of you, we wouldn't be able to do this. I miss all of you, and I will look forward to seeing you all again. And that's
They
when
can
you
hear it?
realise they were hearing it the whole time too. And the voice disappears. All three of you having heard the sister Mary December.
Did you hear Sister Mary there, or am I crazy?
I'm like nodding, like trying to like reconcile all the things I've learnt today and like this moment. Just
How
kind
about
of
that?
like speechless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard something there.
I look like wide-eyed at
Alright.
Sprigs, just like shocked that this is happening.
So that's, she's who I've been talking to this whole time. So you can see now, obviously, I'm not crazy.
Didn't
Well,
think you were.
I think you still are. But that's unrelated.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Interesting.
I am still probably a few sails short of a good vessel, but
I imagine there's like a weird familiarity to it.
Oh yeah. And now that you've seen the photo of Mary December, and you've heard the voices, Charlie, I'm going to get you to describe Mary December, your sister.
so me and Mary.
She a baddie.
Also, she was a warlock. Just a side. Cool.
Me and Mary were twins, Mary and Mary December. My real name being Maurice, but like that didn't really sound as cool, so we just ended up calling both of us Mary.
Mm-hmm.
She looks a lot like me, but with obviously more feminine features. We weren't identical, but we were pretty fucking close.
Mm.
She was unfortunately a little bit taller than me, and she wore similar garb, like real piratey sort of stuff, like anything that could like sort of like
She wears short
action
shirts,
ready.
you wear t-shirts. She's cheering and you're on the bleachers.
human, but with some like warlocky sort of shit going on. Like she always had a sort of energy around her that was a little bit more mysterious than my own. And we were both just real happy-go-lucky, doing it for the grift sort of type people. So
Yeah.
both of us always smiling and on the next job sort of thing, grifting someone else.
And, like, when you heard her voice, you looked over to that photo, and it was as if she was there, you know? Everything felt right for a moment.
She had long brown hair, but she always had it tied up because we were always sort of in another action sort of situation.
Yeah.
But probably in, like, her wedding photos, she wore it down.
Tom, when you heard the voice, you also looked over to the photo, and you just felt guilt about the ransom and kidnapping and everything that had been going on.
Yeah.
And of course, Lucy, when you looked at the photo, your flashes, the memory flashes you've had, happen again, stronger than ever. No longer is there a blurred face and missing information. You remember.
My girlfriend, no. Fuck. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Do you want Charlie and I to take our headphones off? Or was that? Did you say that aloud?
No.
Did you say that out loud, Lucy? I mean, Chef?
I definitely said like the oh no's out loud. I was like aware of all of this information, but with my memories being so like shredded, it's like I couldn't trust myself with this knowledge, but like now it's like it feels cemented as like a fact that like yeah.
Chef, you doing all right back there?
I knew her too.
You knew Mary?
Yeah, I don't... do I remember, like, how we met and all that sort of stuff? Do I remember Mary, Brother Mary?
You would have some, like, you'd almost vague memories of Brother Mary. But as for female Mary, you remember being on the coastline, on the beach, watching ships come into the harbour, and two hungry sailing pirates come ashore, and offering to feed them and house them for the night, and it grew from there.
I kind of am explaining this to Mary and Sprigs as I'm remembering it. It's like I'm telling a story that I don't know. So you both stayed with me, and Mary and I'm kind of like gesturing at the photo of like Mary and I guess we hit it off like straight away.
And you begin remembering this too, Mary December. You remember coming ashore that night and, you know, both being hungry after such a long journey and staying with this dragonborn chef who gave you shelter and food. And your sister falling for them.
And just the way she like talked about her life. I was gonna go with her. I was gonna like work aboard ships and stuff, but then Soledad happened.
At some point, Silt would have come and joined you, and you'd have hatched a plan to have Sister Mary marry the wealthiest man in the whole city, Soledad.
Yar.
And of course, Sister Mary would have had to go along with the plan. Nothing could beat a heist. But it did mean leaving behind the person she'd fallen for.
Okay,
Chef.
that bit just clicked. That bit I didn't...
I could have had a brother-in-law. A real one.
So what
Oh
was
my god.
What was your plan?
To collect the ransom and disappear.
Why didn't you just fucking rob him?
That wasn't as fun.
Tom,
so
if you
much
wanted to jump
danger.
in there and talk about the wills and stuff like that, I mean, that was all part of
I
the plan, I assume.
got nothing to add here. Sprigs doesn't remember this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Does Sprigs remember this as we're saying it?
Oh, I'm sure he remembers being part of the plan to do with Soledad and Sister Mary and Brother Mary. Whether or not he remembers much of the chef hand stuff, probably not. You know, he was I'm sure he was brought in mainly for the heist and kidnapping and ransom aspect of it as a master criminal.
If you guys are asking, you'd be asking about why we did the heist and why we did the ransom?
Yeah, it just
Well,
such
the
a
issue is-
reckless plan.
All this shit was tied up with estates and bonds, so a heist was a heist was a terrible idea, because we'd have to find out how to sell those bonds, and then that's extra heat. But if we do the ransom, we get the money, there's no problem.
Yar. And it was more fun.
So
And it was more fun.
you kidnap, in quotes, Mary, and then what happened?
And we send the ransom letter. Oi, we've got your wife, who you would do anything for. here's what we want. Pay it or she dies.
And did he pay it?
And that's where there's a gap in your memory, and you don't remember whether or not you ever financially were able to get the money or anything like that.
I don't recall.
Your next memory is finding out that Sister Mary was dead.
Yar. Yeah, next thing I knew, she was dead, and I was alone. And then kinda wasn't alone. Because the powers that she had, she let me borrow.
Well, I'm kind of looking, like, I've gone from, like, looking at Mary to, like, looking at Sprigs, being like, do you remember anything else?
No, I don't remember. Like Mary said, I just remember her dying.
Well, okay. We should rest up before we get to Flimblorp's
Yeah.
planet.
Yar. Let's not let all of this, hogwash about memories and killings and all of that detract from the main point. Mary's happy with us. Hell fucking yeah.
I like pat you on the shoulder and go, try to get some rest.
I don't rest.
The very last thing that happened last time, we heard Sister Mary's voice, and we had our sights set on Flimblorp's planet, and we all decided, let's rest up. And there was a little bit of arguing and fighting, specifically between Sprigs and Hands. So
Yeah, it seemed like not everybody was, entirely getting along or telling the truth. People were a little bit iffy around each other at the end of that kind of discussion. You had all set your sights on the planet of Gorb, and of course, everybody has leveled up recently. So you're now feeling, I was going to say hip, I mean strong.
hip
But
and
you're
strong.
also,
Hip.
you're also feeling
I'm
a bit hip.
feeling really hip
Feeling
today.
good.
I'm
Feeling
feeling
rad.
with it. So as you're traveling, I'm gonna ask this: is there anything specific you guys want to do while you're trapped within the confines of your little ship, which I do believe doesn't have a name? Just putting it out there.
I thought me and Lucy were gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm resting
So-
up.
That's valid. That's
Yeah,
valid.
nap time for both of us. But I guess Mary doesn't have to sleep, so Mary can do whatever the fuck he wants.
I have a plan for when you guys are sleeping.
Okay,
And
creepy.
would you like to do that before or after they go to sleep? As in, who should I focus on first?
Focus on me. Make them take their headphones off. It's my turn.
Ooh.
Okay,
You know
bud.
what? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Tom and Lucy, you may go to sleep with your headphones off.
It would have been really funny if Troy went, you know what? I want Tom and Lucy to go first.
Just real quick, I doubt it's gonna take, whatever you're doing is gonna take 8 hours, but I imagine I would sleep for like 6 hours and then wake up and cook. But I imagine you're not gonna take 8 hours doing whatever crimes you're committing.
It's
We're
going to take
gonna-
one action.
It's going to be recorded live
One
for
action,
8 hours.
shank. Yeah.
Troy, these people are going to find out immediately what I've done, but I just wanted to talk to you. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hope you're doing good. I'm
I
loving
am.
this quest so far. It's been a lot
Oh.
of fun.
Thank you.
And I just really enjoy being a pirate, and thank you for that opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and cast my new spell, Remove Curse,
Oh, really?
and bring back my beautiful, amazing, luscious locks and beard.
I genuinely thought you were about to murder both of them for like no reason whatsoever. You were just like, you know what, Troy, been a great season, it's over. Amazing. Yeah, you know what, I would like you to describe, can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. I rolled a 12.
You know what, that's good enough. Magical girl transformation sequence, do it. Describe your
Okay.
hair coming back.
As these two fall peacefully asleep, I smile. I touch my finger to my nose, and I start rising slightly above the floor and spinning. Light starts erupting from my skin, and my hands outstretch. My fingertips all start to glisten, and that glisten turns into strands, which release from my fingertips and hug around my face, spinning ever so beautifully, reflecting off the light of the ship. almost casting new stars into the sky. And as the spinning slows, I am released gently back onto the ground, and we tilt up, and we see new, beautiful, brown, perfectly shiny, voluminous locks, beautiful bushy beard, and big, heavy eyebrows, which I am raising in the Rock fashion. I'm looking straight into the camera, and I say, Harry Mary.
Charlie, do you currently have inspiration?
Can I?
Yeah, you absolutely can have inspiration if you don't already.
Yay!
That was beautiful. That is going to go down as one of the most beautifully described Season Quest scenes of all time. That was wonderful. I loved every moment of it.
Thank you.
Also, nice use of the word tilt. Yeah, thank you. Good word.
I went to film school.
Yeah. That's actually the bit that got you the inspiration right there. Is there anything else you'd like to do while the others are sleeping, now that you've got your big bushy beard and hair back?
I'm just sort of, as I'm navigating, I'm taking it leisurely, because this is also counting as a long rest for me, so I'm not doing anything strenuous. I'm just sort of making sure we're on the correct course and that nothing is attacking us. And, just really feeling my hair.
Yeah, no, I love that for you. Sitting there, running your hands through it every now and again, giving it a little flick or a wave, I'm sure. Flimblorp is obviously also asleep. You know, he needs to sleep. He needs his rest.
Yeah.
So you're having a nice relax. You got your full head of hair. You notice, like, your arm hair is back, your leg hair is back. Everything's grown back, but it's all, like, pristine, nice. You're like... I was going to say like a dog that's just come back from the groomers, like it's perfect, but that's a weird analogy. You could be a person.
I could educate here for a second.
Oh, please. That's what we do on Season Quest.
I feel hirsute, which is a word that means hairy, I think.
I've never heard of that
Hirsute.
word. I just
Look it up,
assumed it was
audience.
a female fursuit. Great.
I'm not wearing hirsute.
When you are approaching the planet, you know, you're not within range yet, obviously. I will be swapping over to the others. Can I get you to roll an insight check for me?
Sure. 14?
When you start to near the planet's atmosphere, not quite its atmosphere, but, you know, within its
Orbital range.
zone, yeah, range, that's the word. You feel a light tingle and, like, a prick in the back of the neck, like just like I'm going to say the hint of a memory, but no memory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I've had my thing. I'm excited, so.
Lucy and Tom, can I get you both to roll a religion check?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
What's religion? Intelligence?
Yeah. 16.
That's so dumb.
Damn.
No, Tom, you're
18.
so dumb, and that's why you're gonna... Oh, never mind.
And you're asleep, and you wake up in the clearing of the Windrobe Woods. And having rolled so well on your guys' religion, Tara appears immediately to you in a burst of light. And the first thing she says is, "Oh, welcome back. When you wake up, be sure to congratulate your friend Mary."
What?
Which bit?
Oh, on their most recent success. What just happened with them? We wondered whether or not the prophecy would come true, and he's making great strides towards creating it and making it happen.
Sorry, which prophecy? Lucy iconically forgets prophecies, and I'm worried that I can't remember if I shake hands know this or not.
You definitely haven't been told a prophecy.
Okay, cool. Hey, sorry, what prophecy?
Well, now that Mary's hair is hair, hopefully Mary will be in touch with Mary again soon.
Hair?
Mary's as in
Hair?
H-A-I-R or H-E-I-R?
Oh, I...
Or H-A-R-E? Bunny! Sorry.
Well, if it was, wouldn't it be air? You don't say hair. You say air.
I don't trivialize. I don't worry myself with such trivial matters. But anyway, the two of you, Sprigs, Chef, welcome back to Finity.
Yeah,
sorry,
thank you, Tara.
Sorry, prophecies usually have like a sick little rhyme or something. Would you be able to tell me about that?
A sick little rhyme.
Can you drop a beat real quick?
No,
I don't really remember what... It's been 3 weeks since we recorded.
it has.
And I had plans for what I wanted to do, and I'm trying to think of what they were. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk to Chef without talking to Tara. But Tara is currently talking to Chef, so I guess I'll wait.
Yeah, and also last time, Chef got nervous because I found out you were lying about what happened to other timeline us,
Yeah.
which is bad.
Well, you didn't...
I know you're lying. I don't know you killed us. Because Lucy knows you killed us, because I'm the editor. But Chef Hands doesn't know. Chef Hands just knows you're a fucking liar.
And I know because I did it.
Yeah.
And I know because I was there.
And other timeline Lucy knows. Or other timeline... Don't talk about other timeline Lucy. Other timeline Chef Hands knows because I died in that timeline.
Keep
The way that you said don't talk about other timeline Lucy...
name out of your fucking mouth.
The way you said it just then, Lucy...
Yeah?
was like you were worried about what other timeline Lucy was going to do to you if she found out what you were saying.
Can I be honest, Tom? Yes. Anyway, can I hear about that sick little rhyme?
Oh, you fucking bitch. I was hoping you'd forgotten. Damn it. Well, here's the thing about Mary. No longer is he feeling wary. His adventure has gotten quite hairy, and things have been rather scary. But soon everything will become clarier than it was as you begin to feel warier than you were. For Mary will be back to say her thanks once again. But will you be there? The answer's here.
Troy, what the fuck are you even saying, man?
What an incredible genre of fast-paced prophecy. I've never seen it before, and I'm never going to see it again, and I love it. Fast-paced prophecy, I'm in. When I hear the prophecy, the only bit I really latch on to is that she'll be back, and I have kind of almost like butterflies in my stomach, because it's a weird combination of I know if the prophecy comes true and I'm there, that I'll see Mary again, but it's also like I'm meeting her for the first time, and it's this weird kind of like nervousness almost.
Mm-hmm.
Sprigs is also nervous, but for a different reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Tara, the other versions of us that I don't quite understand it, but you know how you said you'd sent us up, right?
Yes.
Do you know what their deal is? Because they didn't seem...
They didn't seem...
nice?
Yeah, they certainly didn't seem very nice at all, Tara. They seemed a bit mean. In fact, they killed Mary, so not very nice there.
I suppose...
You know, other Mary. Brother Mary.
I suppose niceness and meanness are all in the eye of those who have differing views. For them, they may have been heroes, saving themselves or each other from Mary getting scary. It's hard to say.
Tara is a radical centrist.
I start to ask about, like, do you know why they were fighting? And I kind of have a realization I can probably guess why. And it would be the big thing that really divides our group. The real thing that really pits two people against each other.
The sexual chemistry.
The sexual chemistry. Yeah. So I don't want to ask any follow-up questions in either version of this.
That's valid.
Can I go back now, Tara? I don't... There's something about this I don't like. You can ask more stuff if you want.
Before you go, Chef, I just want to say something to you. And I pull Chef aside.
Sorry, 1 second.
Excuse me.
Hi, Mum.
I'm just off to yoga.
Okay, have fun.
Hi, Mum.
Will you be long, don't you?
Hi, Jenny.
The boys say hi.
Don't be too long, because you've got...
Tell her that Charlie doesn't.
And Charlie doesn't say hi because he's not on at the second.
Oh, true. Okay.
Okay, love you. Bye. Have fun at yoga. Me and Mum are doing a bit that I'm like 16 and like I can't hang out with my friends because I've got chores to do. Which is a
That's
bit we've
very
been doing
valid.
for the last hour and a half.
It's not a bit. You have to do your chores, Lucy.
I have to do my chores. Otherwise
Lucy's
I
like,
can't hang out with
"No,
my friends.
guys."
I've got homework.
It's a bit. I don't have to do my chores.
Pardon?
Going now.
Huh?
Got my gear. I'm
Okay.
going now. Bye.
Bye! Do you guys wonder why I'm a bit weird? Because I've got
No.
all...
There's lots of bananas and things if you get hungry. And some other fruit. Okay?
Thanks, Mum.
It's getting harder and harder to be dramatic.
Sorry, you were saying something to me. I'm actually
Yeah,
crying.
Sprigs pulls Chef aside and is like, listen, Chef, I know with current information being what it is, it can't be easy for you right now. But I've made a decision, and once we get Flimborp home, I'll deal with all of this, alright? But my priority right now is getting Flimborp home. You
Yeah.
understand? And now you can go wake up, and I guess I'll wake up too, I don't know. I don't want Charlie to keep his headphones off any longer.
I just...
You can tell he's getting bored because he's doing the American Psycho face.
Yeah. I just kind of, I just, like, nod, and I'm like, I guess internally I'm like, I understand the, like, importance of getting Flimborp home and stuff, but I'm just worried about Mary. Anyway, let's wake up.
Bye, Tara.
Bye, Tara.
Goodbye. Good luck. So you wake up.
Yeah, I wake up and I just kind of start, like, dawdling around the ship and just kind of start making recipes and stuff, getting ready for whatever's coming next, just kind of in my own world while I'm doing it. Cooking's a
Yeah.
good way to just kind of think to yourself. You know?
Yarr, Chef. How'd you sleep?
Okay, thanks for asking.
Notice anything different about me?
Lucy, roll perception.
Can I guess before I roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hair.
Yarr.
I can't believe that was... Can't believe that... I can't say it because Charlie doesn't know. Can I say it? It's fine. It's a joke. I can't believe that was part of the prophecy.
Go on, Charlie. Give them a little description.
I've got my beautiful, long, voluminous locks back and a big old bushy beard and nice, thick eyebrows. All of it. Fucking arm hair, leg hair, you name it.
You forgot the eyelashes though, unfortunately. So
You name it.
you keep getting eyebrow hairs stuck in your eyes. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm a little bit disappointed you didn't go for, like, Sully and Monsters, Inc., but it's fine.
I don't think I really had a
That's what I would
choice
like.
because I was just removing a curse, so like the hair that I had came back. Like if I could decorate myself differently, I would have.
Decorate. I think you're talking
You can
about
cut
in
your
car.
hair.
You go to a barber's and you're like, yeah, can you just, like, decorate?
Sprigs is actually a trained hairdresser if you want to...
Barber and hairdresser were the words I
I'm
was
not
trying to
trained.
think of earlier when I was talking to Charlie about it. And I said dog groomer because it was the first hair cutting profession that I thought of.
That rules. My dog went to the groomers recently and they cut his hair so short that his body feels like the body of a guinea pig. Sorry, continue.
Quigley the guinea pig.
Yeah, he really feels like a guinea pig now.
The guinea quig. Tom and Lucy, I'm going to get you to roll insight, please.
Yep.
You are now within the orbital range of Gorb.
Nope. Wait, maybe.
No, you definitely are within
Oh.
range.
No, I mean the roll, dipshit. 13?
11.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a dipshit, Troy.
Oh, thank
I
you.
don't know why I did
Tom, thank you so much for the apology. It really means a lot. You know, like, I'm just glad we can talk to each other in this friendly way. Lucy and Tom, you both feel a prick in the back of your neck. Like the beginning of a memory. Like, you know you've got a memory, but you don't remember the memory.
This isn't how I remember things.
Oh, that's what you meant by prick in the back of your... I thought you meant we got like a shot. And I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, me and Dom have been sedated.
Did Charlie inject us while we were
A
sleeping?
second long rest.
I injected you with hair chemicals.
I have plenty of hair already, buddy.
Heroin.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be a really long
If I cooked meth, the name of my meth brand would be Scante's Inferno. What do you guys think of that?
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Everyone?
And my pitch is that it sends you to heaven and hell at the same time.
Incredible.
If I made meth, I would call it New Hampshire homegrown, because we have a huge meth problem there.
Yeah.
We have to make this fucking show.
Yeah, but
Yeah, sorry.
Lucy, what would you call your meth brand? Come on, quickly.
I don't have a pun, and that's why
We have to make a show where we talk about the kind of meth that we would hypothetically make.
This is why I'm skipping this bit. I don't have a good enough pun. We were making a podcast.
Seasons meth.
Cool. So you've reached the orbital range. Your friend, the Goblin, is asleep down beside all of you. He's managed to sleep through the majority of this ride, which is, kind of peaceful because his voice is annoying and you don't understand it.
He's all tuckered
Did
up.
Rucksack wake up?
Oh yeah, Rucksack. Sure did. Yeah, he's awake.
Rucksack is like a season quest pet, where one person always remembers him, but it's never the person who needs to. So Rucksack's awake.
Sure is.
Okay, well we need to talk to him because he's been asleep since whenever. So
I think it's about
Sprigs-
3 weeks at this point.
Sprigs wants to walk up and be like, "G'day, mate. You like left us in that whale, didn't you? Was that intentional or?"
It's the heroes, the real heroes. I'm so glad to see you. No, it wasn't intentional. You appeared in the view screen and you spoke to me and said you needed me to come too. So I flew the ship there as quickly as I could. I figured you'd escaped from the whale and were over in that other ship, so I came as quickly as I could.
Interesting. Well, we were in the whale, and that was obviously not us. But well, it was us, but it was us in the past.
Well, yes, it was you. That's why I put all the fuel into the. I raced us over there as quickly as I could. I had to get over to you, like you said.
Okay, so we're up here, we're exploring space and stuff, and we brought you with us. If that past group also had you with them, which would make sense because all of this is happening simultaneously, is there another you? Or is this question too difficult?
I think I understand what you're saying. No, I didn't realize there was 2 groups of you at all. Are the 3 of you fighting because of the thing as well?
We're not fighting currently. No, we're going to deliver Flimblot, our mate.
Yeah, I don't
alien
think
mate
we be.
to.
I don't think we be fighting.
Are we fighting?
No, not
Throwing it out there.
not to my knowledge.
No, I mean, if we were, you know what? I'm sure we wouldn't be sitting around like this. You know, if we were fighting. It seems a bit casual. You know, so no, we're not fighting. But get Flimblop home. It's our mate over here.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, no. Tara just told me that you needed a companion to come up with you in the Atlas and help you turn back on all of the stars that had been turned off. I knew nothing about another group of people who looked like you or acted like you, except that they were fighting with each other.
Sprigs wants to do an insight check to see. One, I'm looking at how Rucksack reacted to the alien that I pointed out to him because he said nothing. And 2, I want to see whether or not he's withholding information.
Yeah, fair.
I got a 13.
Nice.
When did you join Terra? When did you first join Terra? Do you remember? I don't know if if Finity operates in years or life events or
I
rulers.
sure hope so.
Well, I came from half. I travelled the woods for a long time. I wandered upon Terra in the Windrobe Woods, and
If you say some shit like cycles, Troy,
when was
I'm
that?
gonna smack you.
I don't remember how long I've been with Terra. Huh. And Tom, obviously a 13's not great, you loser. Yeah, no, when you pointed at Flimblorp, he did, like, his eyes looked over, and there was a look of surprise on his face of, like, oh, there's another person here, and I'm not entirely surprised. But also, I'm surprised that they're here on the ship with you. You do feel like he's withholding information, but you're not entirely sure whether it's because he wants to hide something from you, or whether he doesn't fully comprehend or understand what information he's missing himself.
I see.
And currently, of course, he looks a little perplexed at the fact he doesn't remember how long he was with Terra.
So, Terra's taken some of your memories too, then?
I guess so. And he, like, kind of slumps, like, with a loud sigh, and he's just like, I only agreed to come on this mission because my life hadn't amounted to anything yet, and I thought this must be my calling, this must be what I was made and created to do. I thought I was going to be the hero, and I don't remember who I was before this.
Interesting.
But it's so good to see all of you again. I'm glad you're not fighting.
So you got the call from us to go find us away from the whale. What happened after that? All the way up until now.
Okay, well, I raced the Atlas over to the big ship with the spiky wings, and I docked, and the door opened, and there you all were. Mary was there, and I reached out to grab his hand, and then I saw, well, the other chef and Sprigs grab him and yank him back, throw him down, and the three of them started fighting, and I didn't know what to do. You, and he points to Sprigs, grabbed hold of me and yanked me onto the ship, and, well, I don't know, I was battered around, and I definitely saw them, well, and he looks to Mary and he goes, I watched them kill you. They hid you in a closet, and then we got taken away by those disgusting blob creatures, and I don't
Boobas.
I remember waking up in a cage, but then something happened and I fell back asleep. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that with us. These two would never do such a thing. They're my friends.
My face is like burning red with like this weird shame of something I didn't do. But the
You're a
idea
dragon.
of there being
Yeah.
my scales
Your
get
face is
even
always
redder.
burning red.
The idea I forgot I wasn't just a guy for a second. Just kind of this shame of it's not what I did, but there being so much as a timeline where that is something I would do is just like awful and like shameful and embarrassing. And I feel so guilty.
In contrast, Sprigs is sitting there like, that sounds like something Silt would do. You know? Like, that's what he's thinking. So he's not embarrassed, but he's also kind of aware.
When we called you, which one of us called you? Was it all of us?
It was you.
It was me.
Yes. And then when the blob creatures captured us and put us in the cage, it was you who gave me the food that made me pass out. And all of us.
Made you pass out.
I thought it was maybe a mercy killing, but I'm here. It clearly wasn't.
Do you know how to cook anything that can knock someone out, Chef?
No. And that's the worrying part. If I was I knew these were different people from us, but I was kind of under the assumption it was us from the past. But it's not us from the past, it's us from a different timeline. Because if I can't do that, we are either from the future where I learn how to do that, or from a timeline where I learnt how to do that. Because it's not something I would have used to been able to do.
Silt was an expert in poisons. I could probably concoct something like that pretty easily. Maybe, but then why would I knock myself out? Why would I get you to knock yourself out? What game were we playing? This alternate timeline?
We don't know if that's what happened after Rucksack was knocked out. But I mean, probably.
But when I found them, they were both dead.
What?
I did knock them out because they were attacking me. That might be the case there. Look, Silt said to me, didn't we already kill ye? And then ye both attacked me. Well, the others, not you, are, clearly it's from a timeline where I'm a weak little shit. They weren't expecting me.
And yet, saying it, Charlie, you realise those other versions of Sprigs and Chef are a lot less physically strong than your companions. Like, you're able to tell that your friends that you're with are far more powerful.
Yeah, and in fairness, you guys here are a lot stronger too. It was a timeline where we were all sort of weak pieces of shit.
I've got a theory to posit. I want to go back to a theory I posited earlier.
Sorry, it's just the idea of you as this massive bugbear. Like, oh, I've got a theory, actually.
Earlier I said the thing about how maybe we're not alternate timelines or anything like that. It's built from memories, right? Like, it's almost like a sort of weird memory creation from Terra. And maybe one of the memories that was taken was a memory of Chef being able to make this sort of sleep food, right? And memories of our strength was weaker. And maybe because they all died, maybe that's why we got some of our memories back.
You know, when we left and Terra took one of our memories, and the point was to have a memory, like have a reason to go back, and she would give our memories back, right? Could we be given false memories? Could that have been what happened to us?
Are we being gaslit by a god? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Kind of hope so.
We are out here, our main goal was to relight things. Gaslight, kinda. It's almost poetic.
Poetic.
Gaslighting's not real.
Charlie.
Gaslighting's a fictional D&D term.
I've actually got a 16 in gaslighting, so...
That's what deception
I've got a -2 in girl bossing.
Weird, I've got a
plus 10 in gatekeeping.
I've got a +4 in manspreading. Charlie, on your flight you did see a lot of stars that were still unlit. You saw others in the distance that were lit, but the majority seemed to be dim.
We did sort of lose the plot of our original purpose. But also...
in fairness,
we found something more important.
We found that we've been being fucked with this entire time, and that's kind of a new purpose to unravel.
But also, I mean, the reason we came out here was to find another planet, and I point to Flimblorp, kind of like a shrug.
Yeah. And also the reason I'd be coming out here was to exact my revenge, and lo and behold, it be done.
Yeah.
And look at my hair.
Back. We're in orbit of this planet, right?
You sure are. You have reached the orbit. It's there. You can see the planet of Gorb.
I look at Mary. Should we find a way to get down? And by that I mean, can you park?
Watch this beautiful fucking parking.
And you're proficient in that, Charlie, so I'm gonna just let you do it.
Fuck yeah.
You should make Charlie roll it. If he gets below a 5, he fails.
We all die in a fucking plane crash.
Go on,
Spaceship
Charlie.
crash.
Give us a performance roll.
It's okay. I literally cannot roll below a 5.
You can roll below a 5, you just can't plus to that below a 5. What did you roll before you add anything?
14.
That's
Damn.
good. Okay, thank God.
And in total, that is a 23.
Oh yeah, you beautifully land this ship. You come gliding down, you pass through the clouds, and you see, all of you see, this beautiful, pristine planet. Everything is metallic, like, not metal, but everything has a metallic sheen, like they're kind of like oil slick kind of colouring.
It's got kind of a bloom to it around the light.
Yeah.
I wake up Flimblorp at some point to be like, check this out. And I just kind of point out the window.
And you can see that he's like excited. He
He's
wakes
vibrating.
up and like he's confused at first because the first thing he sees is just Chef in his face. But then as Chef steps back, he sees all of the hair upon Mary's head and face and body, and like he's
And that's
confused.
really calming.
And then Rucksack's there and Sprigs is there, and then he sees out the window his home, and you can just see like little tears well up in his eyes, and he's so happy to be there that he's just chittering away in nonsensical noises.
Nice.
But yeah, you managed to. He kind of indicates where you should try and land, Charlie, and you.
I turn my indicator on.
You're turning.
Just
You gotta
spinning.
use the indicator when you're parking.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. You do so. You land.
I turn on my emergency lights, which of course signifies that I'm allowed to park here
Them's the brakes.
for any reason.
Them's the brakes. Did you say, Lucy?
Yeah, them's the brakes. Sorry, not in the sense of those are the brakes on a vehicle, just like, that's how it is, them's the brakes.
And as, everyone's preparing to get off the ship, I assume, Rucksack just says, well, I'm so glad we're all over the fact that your sister was killed by one of your friends.
You're right. Thanks for listening. It's been Season Quest, the only podcast made by us for other people. Oh, jeez, I'm not good at these sorts of things. I guess maybe you should check out Season Quest Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see maybe a little bit better speaking. Who knows? Bye.